Hey guys, it is July the 17th, and for the next couple of weeks I'm going to try, we'll see, to do a making of Are You Hardcore August. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. If it doesn't go well, then I guess you're never going to see this. And this is just me talking to myself. We've kind of decided, and we're pretty certain we're going to go with the theme of 2D, as in flat, two-dimensional. It's probably going to be 2 blocks wide rather than just 1 block wide, because if you think about if you're going to make a house or something and you make a staircase, then that staircase is going to block everything, and you're not going to be able to move through to the other side if it's actually 1 block wide 2D. So it's actually going to be 2 blocks wide. So if you have a staircase, then you can also walk past it. Well, I've already started work on the basic functions just to see if a 2D world can be created. So I'm going to hop in and show you what I've done so far. That's the heart, you may remember. That is the chair. Just broke something. That's the chair down there that the baby sits in, the baby's chair. This is our 2D tunnel. Hang on, let me just put my headphones on. My headphones. Ha ha ha. Well, these are barrier blocks. If we go and grab the barrier, you actually see them. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? If I move a little bit further, you'll see that will create some new ones, and jump up here and it will create things up here. It creates a 3x3 either side of you to keep you inside this this wall. Obviously now I'm going to drop down here and it digs into the floor. It's kind of interesting. It keeps you in bounds. I can foresee if someone starts lagging really badly, I can foresee them actually escaping. So I'm going to have some kind of secondary function that means that if anyone leaves, then they'll get teleported back inside again. Boop. Anytime that you moved through grass, as in where the invisible barrier moved through grass, it would actually break the grass block and pop the seeds, which wasn't ideal. And then the same kind of thing happened with snow. I didn't drop the snow, but it made the noise of the snow breaking every time you walked through snow. And so that was a bit distracting. So I've managed to add another couple of commands, which means it gets rid of grass and snow before it even creates the barrier. So that won't happen anymore. Look, it just follows me down. It kind of ends up feeling a little bit more spacious. It's kind of like having a skylight. Do you remember that really old Minecraft video about the X-Lite 5000 or X-Lite 2000 or something like that? X's Adventures in Minecraft? And it had a skylight and dug all the way down, so it didn't matter how far down you went. There you go. I suppose if someone is staircasing, then it does get dark down here. But if someone digs straight downwards, never dig straight downwards in Minecraft. Very early thinking. Perhaps we'll have structures, 2D structures that we will procedurally put into the world. And so maybe you won't be able to discover too much underground. But to prevent people from just tunneling the entire time, maybe we'll have some buildings on the surface that people can discover, and that'll be their way of collecting iron and stuff. Maybe there'll be chests where you can get iron and things like that. So yeah, we'll have to look into that and see what we can do. We're gonna have to do something about the mobs, because mobs are gonna get stuck outside. We're going to have to think maybe some kind of teleporting system to get things to be inside the border with you, but without having them appear on you or too near you, and without overloading your tunnel with loads and loads of mobs. They can get inside if I go to the very edge, and they find a way in before I've created the barrier. Or in fact, I've had a creeper that's climbed on top of the side wall, on top of the invisible barrier, and then drop in on me. So yeah, we were discussing we probably want people to spawn in different areas, maybe even 1,000 blocks apart from each other. So I'm thinking there's going to be some kind of random spawning system which teleports people all over the tunnel. So each player will have a different kind of experience. And I've also created a test world that just has these commands so far. And I've sent that to Cherry just to play through. That's an interesting one. Climbing up the barrier. Oh, he's coming inside. And he's going all the way over the top. Goodbye. Okay. But yeah, I've sent that over to Cherry, and she's going to just play through just a normal world and see what kind of things happen, what's interesting about it, and what we might need to add. So, yeah. Roll next clip, whenever that is in the future. Go. Hey guys, it's now the next day. Cherry has had a go at the test world, and it seemed like the main problem is lack of food. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually adding in commands that will teleport in any nearby friendly mobs into the inside. Another thing she noticed was that she was getting quite a few hostile mobs just coming in anyway, and so it's probably actually not a good idea to have any teleporting mechanics for hostile mobs, because there will probably be enough anyway. If we just have a look, if I break the wall in front of me just for a second, and I place down a cow just outside, then it will get teleported in. Any friendly mob will get teleported to the middle of here, and then using the spread players command will get brought up to the surface. So that works okay. Brainwave. Okay, so Cherry played through the test world, and I was watching, and we were thinking that overall it kind of... there was too much emphasis on kind of bringing in mobs so you could get food and farming, and food was a real scarcity. So in order to live, you just had to spend all of your time doing that, which isn't really what we wanted. We were thinking that, hey, well, maybe we could expand the teleporting range for friendly mobs. So instead of like 10 blocks away, it's like 20 blocks away or something to drag in more mobs. And of course, when we add the structures, then we'll have lots of extra things going on, things that you can collect and stuff like that. But then it hit me, and yes, the brainwave happened. What we could do is something entirely different, a whole new idea, which would replace the structures entirely. So what we're thinking is that each of the players will have an ability that they can activate once a day. So it refreshes every day, this ability, and it gives them the ability to go into the 3D world for like 2 minutes. So 2 minutes every day, if you choose to use it, you can go into the 3D world. So basically, this is what will happen. You would use the ability, and then up would pop something like this, like a portal, on both sides, and it would allow you to walk out of the 2D world. And the timer has started, you've got 2 minutes, and say you're running low on wood, you can come out here and you can dig all of these things. If you're running low on food, you can come around and kill a whole load of cows, or lead all the cows back inside your 2D world. And if you're, struggling to get iron or any of the underground things, like you can dig underground and you can find a cave, but you only have this really small intersection, really small cross-section, cut through of a cave. So if you could say, oh, I'm in a ravine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up to the 3D world. I'm going to step out into the ravine for 2 minutes to grab as much as I can, and then I'll get teleported straight back in. And I think that really adds something. It really adds another dimension to the game. So I think that's going to be really, really interesting, and I'm really excited for that idea now. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. Guys, I was just working on these commands, and look what happened. Look. Oh, his head spun all the way around. That is creepy as chicken. This just suddenly appeared here. I was wondering why. I'm pretty sure it's because a chicken jockey, a little zombie on a chicken, spawned underground somewhere, and because the chicken is a friendly mob, it got teleported inside and brought the zombie with it. What? Did not foresee that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything about it, though. It's very niche, and it's kind of funny. So, yeah, that's a thing that might happen. Anyway, I might as well show you what I've been doing. The carrot on the stick is going to be retextured to something, the 3D maker thingy. When you click it, it disappears, this appears, and you can walk out like that. And after 2 minutes, it will teleport you back. So you've got 2 minutes to go out and collect anything you need. And if I just hurry that cooldown down to 50, it will then teleport me inside. And there you go, that will work perfectly, except for one problem I can foresee is that, say there is lava right here, I am going to end up in the lava. So I've got to think about how I want to do that. It might be a case that I have to teleport each person back to the exact location that they were when they initiated the 3D thing, which will be fairly annoying to do in multiplayer. But I'm sure it can be done, so we shall see. We shall see. It is now the 26th, and we've got about 4 more days to get this done. I've been working really hard for the last few days on adding extra customization for everyone, and depending on what tier of patron you are, you'll be able to customize it even more. Yeah, I've added in different textures for the iron sword. So whenever you create an iron sword, you will get your version of it, which you get to choose at the very beginning. And I've got this really cool choosing mechanic, which I can show you right now. Hold sneak and use scroll wheel to customize sword. And this will happen whilst you're inside the heart. You hold sneak and then you move right and left, and it'll give you different swords. These are the tier 0 swords. And then these are the tier 1. So yeah, that has taken a long time, but we've been getting back to actually creating the map. I think I've got all the functions in place. So yeah, the wall is working, keeping everything 2D. You can leave with the 3D making thing, which is now called the Dimension Mob, which refreshes every 20 minutes. Yeah, Cherry went through, found a good map with lots of different potential spawn points along the same axis, in the same 2D world, and we both had a look at those, and we picked out 10 of them. So yeah, we're going to give it a multiplayer a multiplayer playtest right now. Yeah. Oh my god, that actually looks like amazing. I'm Indiana Jones. I feel like those pigs should be getting zapped into our world. They're close enough. They should be getting pinged in.
Pigged in.
Yes. It's strange because it was
How many?
It was working when I was making this world. I think it's 10 blocks. Yeah, got it.
Cool.
Okay, I've made the change to this world and to the main world as well, so that's all fixed now.
Lovely.
And
This is why we do this.
Do
this. Ooh,
okay, and this is going to be food for the rest of the game. I don't know how my flaming staff is staying flaming whilst I'm swimming through the water.
It's because it's magic.
It is. So the game is pretty much, it's gone from when you first did your playtest of it all being about farming and trying to get food and stuff to survive.
Yeah, oh, this is much more interesting.
And it's now nothing to do with food because you can get that easily, but more about picking where you want to go and what you want to do in your 3D time.
Yeah.
And just doing things in 2D. So, okay.
But
well, if you wanted to make a boat and just go for that. Okay. Lag.
Yeah.
Super lag. Something to do with the boat was going wrong.
Yeah, it didn't seem to like it, did it?
No. Oh.
What?
I think it was pinging. It was constantly pinging the boat back. It was.
I was almost on one spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't letting you leave the wall, basically.
Yes.
Or it wasn't letting the boat leave the wall. Okay. Let's try that. Reloading.
I think we can try again.
We'll try again. See what it does.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That what?
Uh-oh, I'm about to die.
The change that I just made to boats stopped the whole thing from working.
Oh.
Okay, that should be running now.
Cool.
And here we are. We finished doing the playtest. It went really well. I feel like there was a lot less focus on trying to get food and trying to survive that way. In fact, there was barely any of that. It was easy to survive, or get food to survive. The main thing was thinking about when to use the 3D, the Dimension Mob, and what you get out of it, and then building, which was really interesting. So yeah, really happy with how it went. We caught a few bugs, which is good. Like mobs weren't teleporting in. It was actually specific to the location that we teleported to. it would have worked pretty much everywhere else. All other 10 of the places would have been fine, but that one, but all other 9 would have worked fine. Our one didn't. So it's actually really lucky that we teleported to that one spot, because I might not have realized it otherwise. Also, the boats teleporting, when you were in 3D mode, you couldn't actually take a boat out of the 2D space. So fix that. And also there was the thing about the swords not changing skin in multiplayer. There's just a little bug to do with that, but that's fixed now, so it's all working. I also didn't mention beforehand, I was talking about how when you're in 3D mode and then you teleport back in, if there's like lava there or something, you get teleported into the lava. What I've done is I've made just a safe TP mechanic. So if it teleports you and you're going to be in lava, it'll then teleport you 10 blocks further down the line and say, am I in lava now? And if you are, then teleport you 10 blocks further. So, and I think that's everything. I'm right here in the actual world. This is it. Ready to record the announcement video, which I'm going to be doing just after this. I've got to make sure I remember everything, but after that, I'm pretty much done. I'm going to make the thumbnail. Need to think of a good idea for the thumbnail, a good screenshot I need to take to sum up that this is a 2D world or something like that. Don't know. But we'll see, and then get ready for a release. That's everything. So, yeah. All right. Let's get on with this video. 2D, two-dimensional, flat. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. Are you going to be speaking through the... Where'd you go? Oh, you are still down there. Okay, well, I dealt with that problem humanely. Hey guys, well, I've finished the announcement video. Just after it, I found another few bugs with the sword system, so I had to look into that and make some changes, and every time I fixed one bug, another bug came up, and so it's now 2 or 3 hours later, but I think it's done. I think I finally finished it. All I need to do now is make a thumbnail, because I've made the video, and that's all rendered out and ready. So yeah, I was thinking I might take you through making the thumbnail. I need to find a good shot. Is it later on that we want? Much later on? Whoa. Quite nice, but it's a bit blinding. But I'll tell you something else that we might need. Boom. Right, there we go. Hello, Piggy. Okay, and now, I've only got 2 minutes now to do this, but I get a picture with this in it, because this kind of sums up a little bit about what this month is about. I need to get that on the kind of the right-hand side of the screen as well. There is a pig in it. I don't really want the pig in it, to be honest. Get lost, get out, go. In fact, these guys can go as well. I don't want them in here. Change the time a bit more. Bit too dark. Let's change the other way. Bit lighter. Maybe we want, yeah, lower down. Yeah. And have that as the focus there. That's quite nice. I think that might do it. Let's just get that further on the right-hand side of the screen, maybe. There. Nice. Okay, that's our screenshot. And now let's go and take it into Premiere Pro. All right, here's our thumbnail from last time all set up. So we're going to use this basically as a template. Let's drag in our new screenshot. There it is. Let's get it scaled up to the right size. And what we want to do is, well, we don't want this in here anymore, so let's make those smaller and drag them out of the way. I like keeping them. This is the first one right here, and there's the second one. You see the little Easter egg, the the wizard hiding in the background. Okay, now we've got this one. So we just drag this in here and see what the kind of thing it's going to look like. Cool. Let's try and get this matched up a little bit nicer. I want it to be a bit larger, I think. Yep. Move it over a bit. I think on my first one I had the Are You Hardcore placed slightly differently, maybe higher up. I wonder if that might work nicer on this one as well. All right, I've moved the text up, and that looks quite nice. I like looking at it at different sizes, because obviously the thumbnail's going to be quite small. But you can see here you got the hole in the wall right here. And now we just need to blur this half of it. So what we're going to have to do is make a mask. we take a 4-point mask on this one. And if we change this to be a little bit smaller, so we can drag this to the outside. And what we want to do is encompass all of this half and then get it to go straight down this line right here. Okay. And now we can take the same blur effects from these ones over here. But before we do that, let's copy this, paste it over here, and then we're going to invert it, because this is going to be our other half, and then we can put that up here. And this half needs to get blurred. We can take the Gaussian blur, or Gaussian, I don't know, Gaussian blur, copy that, and place it on that one. There you go. Get this back to the full size. Nice. Okay. Obviously, a glaring mistake in here. I actually need to go in and change the month for August. Let's make sure it's nicely centered. It does kind of look fairly centered. I think I could move it over to the right just slightly. Yeah, there you go. That looks nice. Cool. And with that sunset, I think it was sunset, wasn't it? Beaming out from behind, that looks pretty nice. That looks pretty nice. Okay, well, that's going to be our screenshot. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the making of August 2019. I don't know if I'll be doing another one of these in a hurry, but yeah, I hope you liked the insight into the world of creating an Are You Hardcore. Yeah, always tons and tons of bugs to fix. That's just the way it goes. You fix one thing and then another thing flares up. And yeah, the ideas just kind of build up over time. But yeah, that's what it's like. And yeah, I think we've just about run out of time. We haven't. We've got a few days left, which is good, because if there are any more bugs, I can catch them. And to be honest, I want it to just be done, and I can relax and just start hyping up the community, saying we've got a new thing coming. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. If you're taking part, why not join the Are You Hardcore Discord to chat with other players and post your videos. Remember that you can support the Mob Cave on Patreon to receive even cooler hardcore hats. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.